The great thing about being a part-time travel princess is that I didn't have to plan any of the activities we did today. It was all just a pleasant surprise. Very pleasant, in fact. Today is day 3 of our long weekend in Miami, and it was by far the busiest day of our trip. We started off the morning by going to the beach once again and doing a little bit of stretching. The sun was actually shining a little bit today, which felt so nice. I love starting our mornings out like this. Then for breakfast, we headed to this place on Ocean Drive that gave us an insane amount of menus. Oh my god. Anyway, it was really well reviewed on Google, but it wasn't anything special, and because we were sitting in the shade, I was actually kind of chilly, so we went back to the hostel for an outfit change before catching the bus to Bayside Marketplace. As you would expect, we did a little bit of window shopping here, checked out the Ferris wheel, though we didn't stay for long because we didn't really need to buy anything. On our way out though, we stopped to get this pina colada mango juice after being persuaded by the free samples they were handing out. Those darn marketing tactics. And we enjoyed this while walking to our next destination of the day, which was the Pérez Art Museum. This is a modern and contemporary art museum, which I was surprised Tice wanted to come here because he's more of a fine arts guy, but no complaints here because I loved it. They even had an exhibition by one of my favorite artists, Kusama, going on, which we were able to snag last minute reservations for, and I was so excited. It was so cool. Obviously, her infinity mirror rooms are breathtaking to look at, but if you learn about her childhood and the psychological aspect of her art, it's actually really interesting. I saw that they had a dotted pumpkin available in the gift shop, but it was a little bit out of my price range, so I opted for this postcard instead. And then we just walked around the park outside the museum for a little bit. They had these really fun swings that we found. They also had this cool installation with blue noodle type things hanging from the top of it, and I tried filming as we were going through it, but it was kind of a fail. We also came across this cool area with all sorts of cat and dog sculptures painting in different colors and patterns, and they even had a massive golden retriever at the end, and he was such a good boy. Anyway, from there we Ubered over to Little Havana to see what we could find there. We tried stopping in a cigar shop to see if we could get any souvenirs, but we kind of left empty-handed because we don't know anything about cigars. And as we were walking around Calle Ocho, we saw so many roosters, real and fake ones, which was interesting. Then we stopped at Domino Park and saw lots of people playing dominoes, which I did not record because I felt really weird about that. They were also having a little market here, so we walked around that for a little bit, checking out all the vendors and the massive Christmas tree before heading across the street to Azúcar for some ice cream. Ice cream shops are always quite the ordeal for me as someone who's chronically indecisive, but I finally settled on El Mani Loco and it was amazing. And then we just continued moseying around Calle Ocho, looking at all the murals and the street art and finding even more roosters. We also did a little bit of window shopping because they have a ton of cute little stores around here before heading over to Ball and Chain at the recommendation of our Uber driver to grab a couple of drinks and rest our feet. We unintentionally arrived during happy hour, which I love that for us, and we got to enjoy our drinks while listening to some live music that this place is so well known for. Then after a while we headed to this place called Whiskey Lucan for dinner. It was such a fun vibe here. I'm surprised it wasn't more busy though. I guess it's a little bit out of the way, but I ordered the birria tacos and it was the best decision of the night. Oh my god, they were so good. And then to finish off the night, we Ubered back to downtown to meet up with some guys from the hostel. We ended up going to this rooftop bar called Sugar that had this sort of jungle feel to it and had amazing views over the city. And that's all for our third day in Miami. Stay tuned to see what we do on our last day, which is tomorrow.